Cowboys and some Indians coming up in here, okay, from the ancestral realm. And we also have some ancestors that have enjoyed Bruce Lee, martial arts, martial art masters, okay. Um, this feels like Ganza and like John Wayne. I don't know if this is something that you do to remind you of a particular uncle or, a male cousin or your grandfather or your father. I do not know exactly how this goes for you, but the first initial feeling that I got was uncles. Uncles was all over this, okay? Like the uncle, great uncle type energy vibes. And then slowly but surely, the grandfather energy also came forward as well. So, also something that I was picking up with conflict. It's almost like I was looking from above, looking down, like I was in an airplane. And this airplane, I'm not completely sure if that's chemtrails or dust, bomb dust, or smoke clouds or what that I was seeing. And I was like, oh no, uncles, please don't bring in one of those type of messages, doom and gloom. But this doom and gloom is something that is inevitable, something that we cannot avoid because martial arts, Bruce Lee, he was going to defeat the dark forces, and the Cowboys, they might have been seen as to be rebels and everything, but they had justice. That's like Robin Hood, Robin Hood, would steal from the rich and give to the poor. They were like our freedom fighters, certain ways that they went about certain things. I need some water. There's a possible strangulation. Um, I don't know if this is suicidal or if this is planned. And how this ancestor could have actually transitioned. Martial arts also, I need to get some water because there was a strangulation that was taking place in my throat. And martial arts is a form of moving and mastering water, the control of one's emotions, and what you feel under conflict, under calamities, under hard times within uh like the Western. Oh, now they want to talk. Whoa, now they want to talk. Okay, so the strangulation, that is the Ten of Pentacles. The fruit, the grapes. Those are grapes. Can I get this? Oh, these are grapes. But we have a lot here on the table. I know this was last. We have abundance in reverse, socializing, and then we have this one. Oh, truants. The four. Uh, hold up. Three of water. This is this fire? Hmm. Yeah. This is air. This is air. I see Jupiter. Expansion. That's air. Then comes this one. Everything's in reverse. Why? This is the Ace of Water. It's in reverse. Oh boy, what is this? And the sun is in reverse. What the hell? Uncles. Communication. Come on. Communication. Speak what you see. Communication down. It's going to be expansive in who it's going to touch. It's going to be a lot of uncomfortable and unhappy people around here. There's some barren, barren, like um, desert, dry, the cowboy, dry, especially with the water in reverse next to the sun in reverse. I hear tumultuous ripples. Oh, I don't like messages like these. I'm hearing something about watch the 3 cycles of the moon starting in Cancer. I don't know what that moon means, but the moon in Cancer 3 times cycle, whether it's a full moon, Cancer, last quarter moon, new moon, I don't know. My instant went out. Hold up. I really don't like going into calamities and these type of messages, um, because these messages are taken for granted, not heard, not reached. I think I hit the mic, but continue. Um, the cowboy and the martial artist energy instant went out. You don't want that scent. Um, dragon's blood. Oh, get a dragon's blood. The martial artist. Oh, I've identified my 2 people. I see my 2 people that's standing before me within the ancestral collective. This is some dragon's blood. I keep hitting the mic. This is something they're saying, this is something that we need to discuss. People need to discuss this because these are times, these are difficult times. Everything from abundance to happiness, fulfillment, to new beginnings within one's cup, and to find peace, to be able to expand and move is upside downwards. The cowboy type of environment, the desert, the seeking to rob Peter to pay Paul, certain systems within communication in the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Waterfalls, is Mercury energy, which is commerce, is the commerce, e-commerce, however the hell you want to call it, and everything is upside down. You can't see that at all, can you? Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm going to reposition my damn self. Hold up, y'all. Okay, now I guess you got a little bit of camera action when I go to communicate with these cards in my hands. Okay, is that my candle? No, that's uh, my little microphone. Yeah. Anywho, anyways, because this is Mercury energy over here. This is expansion. This is hearts. This is, the nurturing to the waters, to the fertile grounds that makes this happiness, that makes the sunflowers grow, that makes the vegetables grow, that makes the grapes grow, that, keeps the economy and things going within this 10, of wealth, which is the 10 of coins or the 10 of pentacles. And they're saying that there's going to be some dry spells and we're going to have to be able to move like water. We're going to have to be able to tame our emotions when certain things starts to get rough, you know being able to plan and strategize, without harm to none. Because the harm to none is because, Bruce Lee, he didn't want to fight for, just because he knew he was the freaking best. You know what I'm saying? He didn't, go showboat and everything and was cocky and going to bars and just doing what he wanted to do, you know? Okay, the Ten of Cups. We got the Ten of Cups. What's this? The Magus. Oh, the Magus. That's upright. Wow. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Can you see it? Oh my God. Please, Supreme, help me. Uncles, turn the dang blasted light on. Turn the dang blasted light on. Turn the light on. Turn the dang blasted light on. They said, let's see. Look, up there. The social medias. Mercury. This energy is in reverse. The abundance, properties, sales, marketing. It's all right there. Marketing. They're saying what they're validating me. They're validating what was spoken. I think we're more this side, right? The way my camera is. So those that have an ear, let you hear. Uncles, grandfathers. The Hermit in reverse. It's not technically upside down. No, it's not upside down. It's oof. refusing refusal to look in. Ooh, Virgo. Routines. Routine checkup. I don't know what that means. That means a lot of things, but I don't know specifically what that means. You would know if you're still here with me, with us. You would know. Um, Superstition, something, the writing on the wall. I don't know, the writing on the wall. Something about the writing on the wall. I see flags when I hold it upside downwards. I see flags like carved. I see the stick, but then it looks like it's attached, carved, like it's weighing, swaying. Let me sit with this for a second. This is really challenging. This is isolation. This is not able to find peace within the emotional body, and possibly the physical body. Not being able to find peace. They're trying to warn us, let us know this is why it's important to get ourselves in order, get ourselves holistically together so that we can actually get things to work to our advantage, for our benefit, so that we don't have to bend, you know, so we don't have to be persuaded or moved. I'm seeing like a what is it, the wanted sign, like the bounty hunter, don't have the bounty hunter on your head, like that's how I'm getting it. strategy. Don't don't allow yourself to become isolated or trapped within these things that's going to be taking place within the world. So it's almost like setting yourself up, setting up a nest egg, because this is how it's looking. It's almost looking like, they're going to set up a nest egg here. And remember, these energies here are in reverse. I can still read, you know, I gotta get more information from it. There's something else here. Something about the wise man, the story of the wise man. Remind them, oh, that light came on. Interesting. I wonder when that did. Something about the wise man, the story of the wise man, and the profound choices and decisions that he had to make when he was something about enemy front line. I don't know. This feels like a story that might have been told by the uncle or the grandfather figure. He keeps saying, pay attention to the media, pay attention to the stock market, pay attention to water. Water. Those are water bottles. Those are water bottles. The air, the earth, the water, the fire, the water, the earth, the fire, the air. All right, uncles, what else do we have? What else do you have for us with this hermit? Oh, brought two cards. He said you weren't supposed to look at that. The mother of earth, upright, to the ace of water and the sun, the mother and the child and the mother. Unhappy, the ace of water is in reverse, depletion. So, what is this? Sons and daughters, daughters and sons, mothers and fathers, fathers and mothers. There are going to be some grievances, some heavy loss and grievance. We're already experiencing this. We don't need the tarot to tell us this. However, life's events and what has already been spoken by the masters beyond the martial arts through the master teachers, right? The master alchemists, as they have prophesied, they have spoken of this time. They call it many different things. Gun smoke, say ashes to ashes, dust to dust, from dust to dawn. Uncles, yeah, because, oh, the father and the daughter of fire. Temperance is in reverse. Victory is upright. And the daughter of fire and the father of fire. Rebels, revenge. Um, Try not to fall into the condemnation of that. This is why it's important to be inspired now, to allow the news to be heard so that you can be wise within your resources, wise within your emotions, wise within what you invest your time and your energy in now, within the present moment of now. Do not allow yourself to become isolated and in a panic and not being able to find any type of peace whatsoever when things really start to take place around home, Mother of Earth, around home, sacrifices with the death that is going to have to be made. Things that once made you happy, you're not going to be able to enjoy them anymore because now you have to take on a new frame of mind. And now is the time to train as the martial artist, to train as the cowboy and shooting for the target, the marksman or however they call that stuff, right? But yeah, practice. There's practice within our routines that we really need to invest in now to become the master Shaolin, the master whatever, sharpshooter, whatever, quick draw McGraw, whatever, right? I'm seeing John Wayne Day at the gun show that at the showdown. Okay. So this is what the uncles and grandpas want to bring. They want to depart with an animal spirit, okay, message to conclude. So that's what we're going to do. It's not going to make sense what you see on the news and what this temperance is. They said, don't forget this temperance in reverse. You're not going to be able to make sense of what you see on the news with this victory. Okay, you're not going to be able to make sense of it. It's not going to make sense. Certain things that within the news, within the media, and certain stuff, maybe even in bank accounts, are just not going to make sense. We got the flamingo spirit. Embrace the in between. Look, practice, y'all. Practice. Mind, body, soul, emotions, and spirit. You got to practice. You got to, whew, you got to embrace it. The things that you know and the things that you don't know, and really try to find a medium to incorporate something that you don't know currently and implement into your life to add on to you, so that you can walk that walk. There's another one. There's another one. Okay, let's go. All right, cowboys and Indians and the martial art masters. What is the concluding message for us? Dissolve. I heard dissolve the conflict, dissolve or resolve, one of those. And then the white raven spirit says, trust in the magic. Yeah, trust in the process. Trust in the magic, trust in the process, right? Are we getting that? Another bird. Pink and white. The upper chambers, 26 and 66. I want you to see it how I'm seeing it. 26 and 66. Balancing the DNA, cleansing and moving out the clutter, trusting in the magic, learning new skills so you don't get caught up in the political, government, economic, whatever bullshit. The crow spirit, co-create with spirit. Ah, 17, 26, 17, 1766. Of course, 2666 may be significant, 1726. Yeah. But I see 8 and 8. 2 plus 6 equals 8. 1 plus 7 equals 8. 2 take away from 6 is 4. 1 from is 6, 46. So 46, 66. Yeah, provisions. You know, the 8 is finances. It's the institution, no finances. That's the eighth house, scorpionic energy. And Taurus, second house, is resources, how they come in, right? How we manage them. Okay. Yeah, uncles, I thank you for sharing your space, and I thank you for bringing this message forward to us. And until next time, trust in your magic. And I heard something like that, like a type, like a quick ninja style type movement. But I am Mama Soul Lily, and thank you for coming to Moonlight Truth Tarot. Until next time, good night.